Dance with her, you won't be the same. She's a honky-tonk hurricane.
Last call hit, lights turn low, bartender's winking like time to go.
I reached for keys, you grabbed my hand, said you ain't driving, not in that stand.
You had 2 beers more than me, stumbling like a tumbleweed. I said, sweetheart, park your pride, you're in no shape for that midnight ride.
Well, I ain't leaving unless you drive.
You'd hit a cow and call it alive.
I know the roads, you can't see straight. My truck knows home, it ain't that great.
We bicker a while, but still survive. I ain't leaving
Unless you drive.
He said, get in, I'll take the wheel. I said, fine, long as we get a meal.
You rolled your eyes, I sang too loud.
We left that bar like a honky-tonk cloud.
Don't that jukebox play our song, tried to tip the wall and got it wrong.
But when you smiled with that crooked face, I threw the truck in second grace. I ain't leaving
Unless I drive.
You speed like someone's taking lives.
At least I steer and I sing strong. Your pitch is bad, but you sing along.
We clash, we joke, but we're alive. I ain't leaving
Unless you drive. You hold the door, I hold the keys. You call me stubborn, I call you tease.
But somehow every Friday night we argue just to end up right. I ain't leaving
Unless you drive.
next time we call a ride.
But then who'll fight? We need the spark.
You love my bars. We're messy, loud, and full of drive. But I ain't leaving. No, I ain't leaving
Unless you drive. You hold the door, I hold the keys. You call me stubborn, I call you tease. But somehow every Friday night we argue just to end up right. I ain't leaving unless you drive. Next time we call a ride. But then who'll fight? We need the spark.
You walked in at 1:45, boots too loud and smile too smooth.
lost in your half-warm beer. Eyes half shut, but the grin was clear. I said, what's your story, cowboy dear? He said, it starts when you sit right here.
It's the last round, and the lights are low. We just met, but it kind of flows. Ain't no time for second guess.
Just one spark and one sweet mess.
No slow dance, no promises missed. Just last round and first kiss.
He said, I don't usually move this fast. I said, cowboy slows in the past. We laughed hard, clinked our glass, and watched the clock run out too fast.
You told me you sing on Friday nights. I said I fix trucks and lose bar fights. But girl, right then in that worn out booth felt more real than Sunday truth. It's the last round, but we're feeling right. Just one chance to hold you tight. No slow build, no movie script. Just your lips and whiskey lips. Didn't plan for love like this. In the last round with a first kiss. Maybe we're just fools tonight, but baby, it sure feels right. If this bar shuts down true, I'll still walk out next to you. It's the last round, but it won't be the end. 'Cause I'm hoping you'll come back again. One more drink, one more song, but with you it won't be long before we turn this into bliss. From last round to forever from that first kiss.
It's the last round, one, it won't be the end. 'Cause I'm hoping
You'll come back again. One more drink, one more song, but with you it won't be long before we turn this into bliss. From last round to forever from that first kiss. You come in humming something sweet. I'm off key tapping with two left feet. You roll your eyes, I miss my cue, but darling, somehow I still follow you.
you sing too loud, forget the lines. Start the chorus way too many times. You call it charm, I call it rough, but I still dance when the road gets tough.
We don't always hit the note or ride the rhythm like we wrote, but there's magic in our offbeat crew. 'Cause love ain't always in tune. Love ain't always in tune. Sometimes it's late, sometimes too soon.
We miss the beat,
We've been the line, but still we sing.
still we shine. It's not perfect, smooth or fine,
But baby, it still feels like mine.
even off key.
Under the moon, love ain't always in tune. You break the silence with your jokes. I laugh too hard, then we both choke. You burn the toast, I flood the sink, but we find harmony in how we think.
You like plans, I go with flow. You paint fast, I move slow.
We're chalk and cheese like fiddle and bass, but we still two-stepped in the same old place.
You crash the beat,
I miss the rhyme,
but girl, we still arrive on time.
so let 'em say we're out your crazy rhythm still fits mine. Even wrong notes carry true. Love ain't always in tune. So here's finesse and melody,
and every flaw inside of me.
you take my song, I take your sound. We make the music, not the ground. Love ain't always in tune, but it sure plays loud when I'm with you. We clash, we grind, but we don't break. We bend, we shout, and still mean it. The song we're singing every June, through every verse and old salute. Even broken, we still bloom. Love ain't always in tune.
I walk in like it's tradition. Same old bar, same old mission. Find a stool, face the glow. Order up and let it flow. It don't judge and it don't speak, just hums in colors soft and weak. But every night I learn the fact that neon loves nobody back. Neon shines, but it don't feel. Can't hold you close, can't make it real. It warms the wall, not hearts gone cracked. No neon loves nobody back. It lights your pain, it hides your tears, but it don't care you've been here years. It never asks why you lost track, 'cause neon loves nobody back. Saw her dancing in that light, 2 beers in and out of sight. I raised a toast, she raised her hand to some other better man. Neon shines, but it don't feel. Can't hold you close, can't make it real. It warms the wall, not hearts gone crack. No neon loves nobody back. You lean on it, it don't lean in. It just flickers when you sin. It don't cry or pick up slack. Neon loves nobody back. I keep coming night by night, thinking glow can fix the fight. But love don't live in red and blue, it dies in barroom residue. Neon shines, but it won't stay, just stares down while you fade away. It don't promise, it don't track, 'cause neon loves nobody back. So drink it down, I'll face the black. Neon loves nobody back. One shot past midnight, I lost my shoes. Bartenders laughing, I'm humming the blues. The neon's blurry, the jukebox bold, and I'm dancing stories I should have never told. I swore I'd leave when the lights turned low, but here I am in last call glow. A cowboy's wink and a wild-eyed grin said, "Darling, where you think you've been?" One shot past midnight, 2 steps too far, 3 broken promises down at the bar. I'm raising hell in a borrowed dress, singing loud, feeling less tonight. I ain't looking for right, just one more song, one more light, and one more shot past midnight. My ex just walked in with someone new. She's half my age and twice his clue. But I won't cry, I'll just toast the pain with honky-tonk with a jukebox spin and a reckless friend. One shot past midnight, the truth rings clear. I may be lost, but I'm still here, dancing hard, laughing wild, like heartbreak's favorite child. Tonight I ain't begging for right, just one more song, one more light, and one more shot. Just one more shot, one more shot past midnight. Don't judge me now, I've had my year of holding back and hiding tears, but this bar knows just how to mend with a jukebox spin and a reckless friend. Tonight I ain't begging for right. Told my girl I was working late, boss had me running, just can't wait. But the mud on my tires told a different tale, and the perfume in the cab was a warning bell. Said I just grabbed a bite and drove on home, but my shirt was wrinkled, my phone was gone. She found a lipstick print on the rearview glass. Now I'm sitting here caught redneck fast. Blame it on my pickup truck alibi. Should've wiped the seat and let the engine lie. Left a beer can rolling in the bed and a love note I ain't even read. Now I'm begging with my boots untied and a doghouse bigger than the countryside. If you're gonna run, don't forget to lie or clean your pickup truck alibi. The tire's still warm, the gas tank low. She knew I wasn't watching late night shows. Radio preset on a love song station, that ain't my taste. That's temptation, blame it on my pickup truck alibi. Should've scrubbed the truth before goodbye. Left a red scarf stuck behind the seat and some perfume smell I can't delete. Now she's storming like the 4th of July, and I'm wishing I knew how to cry. If you're gonna cheat, best think it by. Don't trust a pickup truck alibi. She don't need no camera tape, she got 4 wheels that won't escape. Paint chips, gum wrappers, and dust. My whole story's breaking trust. Blame it on my pickup truck alibi. Every dent and detail says goodbye. Could've played it smart, but I played it dumb. Now I'm sleeping where the oil leaks from. So if you're straight, don't even try. You're right, I sell you out, no lie. That's the truth of a pickup truck alibi. The gas tank low, she knew I wasn't watching late night shows. Radio preset on a love song station, that ain't my taste. That's temptation, that's temptation on my pickup truck alibi. chasing wild machines. She don't wait for green lights to go. She's thunder rolling down the back road. Lipstick red like a setting sun, spins that wheel like a loaded gun. You can try, but you won't catch. She leaves tire tracks and never looks back. She's fire behind the wheel, burning rubber, breaking steel. A heart that roars, a soul that flies. Ain't no breaking those blue jean thighs. You can chase her, but she won't yield. She's fire, fire behind the wheel. She don't need a map or a man to lead, just an open lane and a full speed creed. Her dreams run fast, her grip runs tight, and Lord, she owns the night. She's fire behind the wheel, burning rubber, breaking steel. A heart that roars, a soul that flies. Ain't no breaking those blue jean thighs. You can chase her, but she won't yield. She's fire, fire behind the wheel. She's more than smoke and gasoline. She's every rebel's hometown queen. So clear the road, let freedom scream. She's the queen of this machine. She's fire behind the wheel. No chains, no rules, no deal. With every turn, she writes her song, fast and loud and always strong. You can love her, but she won't kneel. She's fire behind the wheel.
I threw my boots in the passenger seat, said goodbye to Main Street heat. You rolled up smiling ear to ear, said, girl, let's shift out of here.
You had your heart in a duffel bag, lipstick wild and a red bandana rag. I turned the key, the engine roared, and we left our doubts at the county store.
Shotgun hearts and pickup dreams, two-lane love and worn-out jeans. No map, no plan, just gasoline, chasing sunsets we ain't seen. Laughing loud with the windows down, burning rubber out of this town. We ain't rich, but we got steam. Shotgun hearts and pickup dreams. You DJ'd every mile we made, sang off-key to Elvis and Hank. You leaned on me in motel lights, said this life feels damn near right.
You drove through storms with one hand tied and the other holding mine at night. We kissed at red lights, danced at green in a world too fast for 17.
Shotgun hearts and pickup dreams, rolling on faith and jelly beans, running from nothing toward everything like rebels with a wedding ring. We make love out of moonlight beams, living loud, wild and full of schemes. We ain't rich, but we're a team. Shotgun hearts
honky-tonk highway song. Two-lane blacktop, moon hanging low, dust on the dash and miles to go. Windows down, I'm singing along to that honky-tonk highway song. It's a four-chord ride and a backbeat roll, steel guitar cutting through my soul. Freedom riding shotgun all night long, crank it up, that honky-tonk highway song. Yeah, the wheels keep spinning and the nights stay long with that honky-tonk highway song. Stopped at a diner just past state line, had a cup of coffee and a slice of thyme. The waitress smiled, said, "You moving on?" I tipped my hat and hummed the song. Yeah, the wheels keep spinning and the nights stay long with that honky-tonk highway song. Ain't looking back, I've made my peace. This road's my church, this cab's my seat. Every town just comes and goes, but that melody still knows. Oh, it's a four-chord ride and a backbeat roll, steel guitar cutting through my soul. Freedom riding shotgun all night long, crank it up, that honky-tonk highway song. Yeah, the wheels keep spinning and the nights stay long with that honky-tonk highway song. This road's my church, this cab's my seat. Every town just comes and goes, but that melody still knows. Yeah, the road goes on and I stay gone with that honky-tonk highway
grin like trouble, smiled like sin. Lord help me, I let you in.
You had a spark in your southern sway, lit up the room like a Cabernet, talked like a dare, danced like a flame, and I knew right then I'd take the blame.
You said, boy, I don't chase slow.
I said, well, let's see how this goes. One spin, one slide, next thing we knew, we were dancing straight into deja vu. We're two-stepping through trouble, kicking dust in a neon bubble. You stir the storm, I fan the flame. We laugh too loud and play that game. Hearts on fire, boots in rubble. Love ain't clean, it pops like double. We ain't saints, but we're real and true. Two-stepping through trouble, me and you. Too loud, we drink too fast, but we never let a good time pass. You flirt like hell, I spin you wide. You roll your eyes, but you never hide.
Your mama warned me, said he's no prize, but I like danger with cowboy eyes. We don't match, but we sure collide when the band kicks low and the doors swing wide.
You lead me wrong, but I don't care. You bring the wild, I'll meet you there.
If loving loud means breaking rules, then babe, let's dance like honky-tonk fools.
We're two-stepping through trouble, like love don't need no shovel. You throw sass, I throw charm. We burn bright, but we don't harm. We ain't built for playing subtle. We're rhythm sparks and worn out knuckles. We fall hard, but we never undo. Two-stepping through trouble, me and you. Some folks want peace and quiet nights,
but we chase storms and barroom lights.
So let the crowd stare, let them judge. We've got rhythm,
grit, and a honky-tonk grudge.
We're two-stepping through trouble, boots slam down like a rumble. We ain't perfect, but we're proud. We love too fierce, we laugh too loud. Hearts that rumble, hands that double. In a world of rules, we burst the bubble. Still spinning strong in this dance for two. Two-stepping through trouble. up about 9:15. That old steel guitar slid right in time. She grabbed my hand with a wild-eyed grin, said, boy, let's see if you can spin. Boots hit the floor like a thunderstorm. That hardwood shook, but we kept warm. Spinning circles, laughing loud. Two hearts lost in a country crowd. We're two-stepping under neon lights, moving close on a Friday night. That jukebox plays our favorite song, and the night feels like it won't last long. With every turn and every slide, we fall in love just one more time. Two-stepping under neon lights. Beer on the bar and boots on my beat. The sawdust thick beneath our feet. She whispered low, don't let me go. I said, darling, I already know. We're two-stepping under neon lights, moving close on a Friday night. That jukebox plays our favorite song, and the night feels like it won't last long. With every turn and every slide, we fall in love just one more time. Two-stepping under neon lights. A little George Strait, a little bit of flair. Every cowboy turns to stare, but she's on mine tonight. Oh yeah, as we float like dust in the honky-tonk air, still two-stepping under neon lights. Hearts on fire and the glow so bright. Band slows down, but we still go, dancing like it's years ago. One more spin, one last ride. We're falling back in love in time. Two-stepping under neon lights. Beer on the bar and boots on the beat. The sawdust thick beneath our feet. She whispered low, don't let me go. I said, darling, I already know. Beer on the bar and boots on the beat. The sawdust thick beneath our feet. She whispered low, don't let me go. I said, darling, I already know. We're two-stepping under neon lights, moving close on a Friday night. That jukebox plays our favorite song, and the night feels like it won't last long. With every turn, every slide, we fall in love just one more time. Two-stepping under neon lights. A little George Strait, a little bit of flair, and every cowboy turns to stare, but she's all mine tonight. Oh yeah, oh yeah, as we float like dust in the honky-tonk air. Two-stepping under neon lights. A little George Strait, a little bit of flair, and every cowboy turns to stare, but she's all mine.
Swore last night was my last round. Said goodbye to this neon town. Told the mirror I was through. Then the bottle called out, I missed you.
I blocked her name and burned your pics, erased your scent from my truck's old sticks. But just as I was feeling tough, that brown-eyed devil
sipping him. Yeah, with all my just appears with 90 proof and bad ideas. I swear I quit that I hear thunder, 'cause whiskey's got my number. Yeah, whiskey's got my number. It don't forget, it pulls me under like an old ex who knows my game, keeps showing up with no shame. Then don't knock, it just appears with 90 proof and bad ideas. I swear I quit that I hear thunder, 'cause whiskey's got my number. Maybe someday I'll change my ways, but tonight I'm lost in amber haze. One more blast to heal the cracks, then start the cycle right on back. Yeah, whiskey's got my number. Burns me slow like southern summer. I can lie and fake the smile, but we both know it's been a while since I was clean, since I was strong. Now I just toast what feels so wrong. Ain't no cure, just slow encumber. 'Cause whiskey, yeah, whiskey's got my number. I saw you looking over your ring like you were tired of everything. You sipped slow, turned down the light. I said that look don't match that white.
You had that outlaw kind of grin, like you were born to chase some sin. Told me things I shouldn't hear, but I leaned in with no fear.
You spoken for,
You ain't no saint,
I wear my
like
sing.
fancy paint.
We both know this ain't polite life, but we still dance through the night. We're on the wrong side of right, crossing lines under neon light. A little too close, a little too long, feeling something that don't belong.
It ain't holy, it sure ain't wise,
But we can't stop locking eyes. We both know this ain't black and white. We're just living on the wrong side of right.
You said I won't ask where you'll be.
I said, don't you go falling for me.
But your hand stayed right on mine, and I didn't move, not this time.
We told the truth through sideways grins and lied like lovers in their sins.
No promises, no sweet disguise, just wanting more than we should try.
The band played slow,
Room went still, I knew I should,
but I never will.
we both walked past that red lit sign.
Now we're deep in blurry lines.
We're on the wrong side of right, stealing time in the hush of night. One bad move, but it feels so real, like fate with a rebel's heel. No maps here, no end in sight, just two fools chasing fire.
on the wrong side of right. You grabbed your keys and slammed the door, said I ain't doing this no more. Boots were stomping down that floor, but I've seen that show before. You left your socks in the sink again. You never listened, count to 10. I swore I'd leave and not look back, but then you made that stupid quack. I ain't perfect, that's for sure, and I ain't laughing anymore. But darling, stay a little while, not till you drop that crooked smile. You ain't leaving till you smile, not that half smirk, I want full style. That laugh that shakes you out your mood, where your eyes roll but your heart feels good. We can fight, throw boots a mile, but you ain't leaving till you smile. You burned the toast and played it cool. You told our friends I snore and drool. You're lucky I don't walk away, but you keep joking anyway. You slammed the fridge and rolled your eyes. I told you, girl, I love your cries. You tried to frown but cracked a grin. That's when I knew I'd win again. You get under all my skin, but that's where love begins again. We push and pull, but in your style, I see that sparkle through your trowel. You ain't leaving till you smile, even sideways, even while you curse my name or hit my chest. I'll still poke fun, you know the rest. No exit sign, no angry dial, but you ain't leaving till you smile. I'd rather fight with you than laugh alone. You make this bar feel just like home. So before you grab that truck in style, give me that grin, stay just a while. You ain't leaving till you smile, not the fake one, not your trial. I want the giggle, snort and shake, that kind of grin I can't remake. We love too loud, we fight in style, but you ain't leaving. No, you ain't leaving till you smile. You ain't leaving till you smile, not the fake one, not your trial. I want the giggle, snort and shake, that kind of grin I can't remake. We love too loud, we fight in style, but you ain't leaving, no you ain't leaving till you smile. I found your note on the windowsill, 2 lines sharp, but your perfume still hanging soft on that cotton sheet, like your ghost won't let me sleep.
I swore I'd go and I'd look back, but I hesitated on that track. Left my mark on your favorite cup. Guess I wasn't all the way fed up.
faded print, that crimson curl still sits heavy in my hollow world. You took your things, but not your cry. You left your lipstick on my goodbye. On goodbye.
I tried to leave clean, shut the door,
But I paused where our shadows wore.
you held your pride, but not your tear, and I left more than I meant to hear. You didn't shout, you didn't plead, just walked away from all we need. But on the mirror, one kiss stayed, a memory I can't wash away.
You left your lipstick on my goodbye, like a truth you couldn't hide. One red whisper, soft but true, saying part of me still misses you.
You took your keys, but not the sky.
You left your lipstick on my goodbye. Maybe it was a sign I meant,
Or maybe love just leaves a scent.
but I see you every time I try to clean that kiss from goodbye. You left your lipstick on my goodbye, and I can't wipe away that wine. I still wear it on my chest like a wound I won't confess. You moved on, and I know I should too, but I still see your lipstick on my goodbye.
You left your boots in the kitchen sink, didn't rinse your plate, didn't stop to think. Then you snored through half my show. I swear you do it just for show.
You bought more shoes, filled up the floor, left 10 candles by the bathroom door. You yelled at me for breathing loud, but still you call me your stubborn clown.
I roll my eyes, you lose your cool.
I take the blame, you change the rules.
And every time, without a sign, it ends with me uncorking wine.
You start the fight, I pour the wine. You raise your voice, I say you're fine. We fuss and swing like laundry lines, but somehow love's still intertwined.
You slam the door, I grab the glass. You talk too fast, I let it pass. Ain't perfect, no, but it's still mine. You start the fight, I pour the wine.
Your mama calls and takes your side. I nod and smile and let it slide. You say I'm wrong and hug me tight, and I forget what we fought that night.
You burn the toast and blame the bread. You leave the lights on in your head. But somehow still when all feels bent, I pour a Merlot and we repent. We clash like drums, but end in time. One cork pop and we realign. It's wild, it's loud, it's borderline, but it still ends with sipping wine. You start the fight, I pour the wine. You walk away, I say you're mine. kissed me like you meant goodbye.
You kissed me like you meant goodbye, like the truth was hiding in your side. No packed bags, no loud goodbyes, just silence louder than the sky. We didn't speak, but we both knew why. You kissed me like you meant goodbye.
I heard your heels on the hardwood floor. You didn't slam it, just close the door. No final words, no sad refrain, just perfume hanging like your name.
You didn't beg and I didn't stay. Guess we gave up in our own way.
We didn't fight, we didn't try. You just kissed me like you meant goodbye.
You kissed me like you meant goodbye, like love had run completely dry. No letters left, no tears to cry, just one last touch we can't deny. We said I'll see you, but that's a lie. You kissed me like you meant goodbye. Maybe love don't need a scene, maybe silence says what words can't mean. But I still feel your lips each night and wonder if you're sleeping right.
You kissed me like you meant goodbye. No fireworks, no reasons why.
Just heartbreak hiding in your eyes, like every truth we lived was shy. And though we never said the line, you kissed me like you meant goodbye. You called me up, said can we talk? I met you where we used to walk. Same old bench by Miller's Lake, same old risk I had to take.
You lit a smoke, I bit my tongue. We both knew where this road had run, but hearts don't learn when they still ache. So we gave love one more break.
Second chance, same mistake, running circles we can't fake, trying to fix a heart that's cracked with the same hands that broke it back. We danced again, but couldn't shake that this was just the same old ache. Second chance, same mistake.
You poured the wine, I played our song. We laughed like nothing had gone wrong. But halfway through your glassy eyes, I saw the same old last goodbye. You wore my shirt,
Just like before, but left it hanging on my door. And when I reached, you pulled away like this chain. We held on tight, but pulled too late. Some love just don't reincarnate. Second chance, same mistake. Some lessons hearts refuse to take. We kissed like fools, held tight then ran. Still didn't learn who we began. You shut the door, the silence aches. I guess it's time we let it break. Second chance, same mistake.
I ain't got a trophy on my shelf, never beat the world or outshine myself, but I wake up swinging in boots laced tight, and I give this life one hell of a fight. My truck don't shine, it growls and spits, but it still gets me where life hits. I don't lead the race, but I run it fast, 'cause I ain't first, but I sure ain't last. I ain't first, but I ain't last. I get knocked down, but I bounce back fast. I ain't the star, but I ain't the shame. Still dancing hard in the loser's lane. You can laugh, I'll raise my glass to every stumble that I passed. Yeah, I ain't first, but I ain't last. I've loved and lost and loved again. A few good nights, a lot of amen. I've missed my shot more times than not, but I still show up with all I got. I ain't first, but I ain't last. Still got grit in my hourglass. May not shine in the record books, but I'm still swinging with outlaw looks. So if you're down and feeling trashed, remember this, that storm don't last. You ain't first, but you ain't last. They don't cheer for folks like me, no limelight, just gasoline. But we keep going mile by mile, turning scars into country style. No, I ain't first, but I ain't last. I drive my life like it's built to crash. Still playing hard with a busted string, still toasting loud with nothing to bring. So here's to underdogs moving fast. We weren't built to break, just built to last. I ain't first, but I ain't last.
Told my friends I wouldn't stay, just one quick beer, then walk away. But the moment I saw your silhouette, I knew I wasn't leaving yet.
You said goodbye just last July. Now you're back with that same old line, just passing through with that crooked grin. But here we go, falling in again.
Swore this bar
Was not our place,
but there's still whiskey in your face.
we keep meeting like it's fate, right where we always fall too late.
Ain't no exit in this bar. We drive in circles, near and far. Say we're done, but stay too long. One more dance, one more song. Same old booth, same old scar. Ain't no exit in this bar.
You tip your hat, I fake a laugh, but we both know we're on the same path.
You pull a chair, to this too long,
And every door we try is fake. It's a goodbye we
never take. Ain't no exit in this bar. We play tough but leave a jar of every kiss we ever stole between the jukebox and our souls. It's not the neon, it's who we are. Ain't no exit in this bar. Maybe we're just stuck in time, or maybe we're just stuck in rhyme.
But I'd rather stay and feel this sting than walk away from everything.
Ain't no exit in this bar, not for hearts this torn apart. We say we'll leave, we shut the tap, but find our way back where we had one more spark, one more scar. Ain't no exit in this bar.
Sunday morning skies turning gold, but I ain't dressed in no white robe. I got a river running past my tires, and a heart full of dirt and wildfire. Preacher talks in suits and pews, but my church wears mud on boots. I found grace in the wild and wide, where the Spirit rides shotgun by my side. It's a back road baptism in dust and light, where the soul begins, where the wind sings hymns through pine and wire, and the holy rolls on rubber tires. No stained glass, no cathedral kiss, just freedom in a place like this. I ain't washed in water clear, but Lord, I found you out here. Mama prayed I'd come back home, but I found truth in red dirt roads, in every mile an engine hum. I heard the voice I was running from. It's a back road baptism, forgiveness in the setting sun, with bugs on glass and gravel prayers. I lost my guilt out in the air. No choir robe, no scripted bliss, just backbeat grace and a rebel's kiss. I ain't dressed for heaven near, but Lord, I feel you out here. Sometimes mercy wears worn tires, sometimes faith lights campfire, and sometimes love don't preach in lines. It revs its soul in overtime. It's a back road baptism, hands up high, no catechism, just a howl and an open sky, and tears I didn't mean to cry. If heaven's waiting past this field, then I've already learned to kneel. I ain't clean, but I'm sincere from this back road baptism out here.
You found me sipping gin alone, red lipstick, pretending I'm stoned. You said, darling, didn't we swear don't rhyme.
You wore that scent I can't forget, same as the night our hearts first met. You laughed and said, this ain't a tune, just barroom promises and cheap perfume. Barroom promises and cheap perfume, where hearts get loud in a lonesome room. We swear we're done and start again, with one slow dance and 2 shots of sin. We say never by the neon bloom, but we're still caught in this old saloon. Barroom promises
And cheap perfume.
I told myself don't take that seat, but your eyes lit fire under my feet. You poured me a lie with that sideways grin, and I drank every drop you poured me in.
You look like hurt with a little hope, all cowboy charm and unraveling rope. I said this time, let's not resume, but your kiss still smelled like cheap perfume. Barroom promises and cheap perfume, words that vanish by the afternoon. We swear we're wise and fall too fast, try to rewrite what couldn't last. We say goodbye but make more room for one more lie beneath this moon. Barroom promises and cheap perfume. We both know how this ends, but we're better at breaking than being friends. And as long as this jukebox plays our tune, we'll be singing in shadows and smelling like truth. Barroom promises and cheap perfume, a love too wild, a heart too soon. We dance in smoke, we fade in light, we fall apart about every night. But I take you back like I always do, with nothing left but a worn out tune. Barroom promises and cheap perfume.
We both know how this ends,
But we're better at breaking than being friends.
and as long as this jukebox plays our tune,
We'll be singing in shadows and smelling like truth. Barroom promises and cheap perfume, a love too wild, a heart too soon. We dance in smoke, we fade in light, we fall apart about every night. But I take it back like I always do, with nothing left but a worn out tune. Barroom promises and cheap perfume. You walked in like you didn't care, flip your hair like I wasn't there, but your boots pointed straight my way. Girl, your heart gave you away.
you sat down 2 stools too far, but kept glancing over at the bar. You laughed loud, but your eyes stayed blue. Boy, your boots told on you too.
You say you're over all we had,
But baby, you still look that mad.
ain't no shame in wanting to stay.
Your feet just gave your mouth away.
Boots don't lie, but hearts do. You say you're done, but I see through. That stomp says leave.
price and time with mine. You fake a grin, sip slow.